Before we start, let me ask you something real quick. How many times this week have you explained yourself to someone who already misunderstood you? Think about that. Now listen closely, because if you stay with me till the end of this video, I'm going to give you something powerful. A simple mental shift that will instantly change how people treat you, how you see yourself, and how much peace you feel daily. So if you value your mind, your peace, and your power, hit the like button, subscribe to The Rare Mind, and share this video with someone who always feels the need to explain themselves. Now let's talk. There's a moment in every person's life when they realize something painful. Not everyone is trying to understand you. Some people are trying to control you. Some are trying to judge you. Some are trying to reduce you. And here's the hard truth most people never tell you. The more you explain yourself to the wrong people, the smaller you become. Because explanation is not always communication. Sometimes it's self-betrayal. Let me paint a picture. You say something. Someone misunderstands it. Instead of asking questions, they assume. And instead of letting them sit with their assumptions, you rush in. You overtalk, you overjustify, you overclarify. You explain your intentions, your tone, your past, your pain, your reasons. And when you're done, they still don't get it. But now, you're exhausted. Sound familiar? Here's what nobody prepares you for. People who respect you don't demand explanations. People who don't respect you demand them endlessly. Because the demand to explain yourself often has nothing to do with clarity. It has everything to do with power. When you explain yourself too much, you send an unconscious message. I don't trust my own authority. I need your approval. Please believe me. And humans, whether consciously or not, respond to that energy. They lean in, they poke more, they question more, they doubt more. Not because you're wrong, but because you've taught them they can. Now here's the shift. The moment you stop explaining yourself, everything changes. Your energy changes, your posture changes, your voice changes, and most importantly, how people treat you changes. Because silence, when used correctly, is not weakness, it's self-respect. Let me be clear though, this is not about becoming rude, cold, or arrogant. This is about understanding something very few people ever master. You don't owe everyone access to your inner world. Not your reasons, not your process, not your healing, not your growth. Some people haven't earned that privilege. Think about this. Have you ever noticed that the most confident people rarely over-explain? They don't rush to defend themselves. They don't panic when misunderstood. They don't scramble for validation. Why? Because they know something most people don't. Being misunderstood by the wrong people is not a problem. It's a filter. Let me say that again, slowly. Being misunderstood by the wrong people is not a problem. It's a filter. It reveals who is aligned with you and who isn't. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people explain themselves not because they want clarity, but because they fear rejection. They fear being seen as selfish, difficult, rude, arrogant, misunderstood. So they talk and talk and talk, hoping that if they explain enough, they'll be accepted. But acceptance bought with self-abandonment is not acceptance. It's emotional debt. And it always comes with interest. Let me ask you something, and this is important. Have you ever explained yourself to someone, felt relieved for a moment, but then later felt resentful? That resentment is your intuition saying you crossed your own boundary. Now pause with me here. Midway through this video, I want to ask you a question, and I really want you to answer this in the comments. Who do you explain yourself to the most? Friends, family, romantic partners, co-workers, or strangers online? Drop your answer in the comments. And like I promised earlier, anyone who answers that question will get a small gift from me. Something powerful I'll pin in the comments to help you practice this skill in real life. So answer honestly. Now let's go deeper. Why does not explaining yourself feel so uncomfortable at first? Because your nervous system is used to earning safety through approval. Somewhere along the line, you learned that love is conditional, that peace comes from pleasing, that safety comes from proving, that acceptance comes from justification. So when you stop explaining, your body panics. Your mind says, they'll think I'm rude, they'll hate me, I'll lose them. But here's the truth most people learn too late. Anyone who leaves because you stopped over-explaining was never connected to the real you, only the version that kept apologizing. And here's something subtle but powerful. When you stop explaining yourself, you force people to do something they're not used to. Think. They have to sit with their assumptions. They have to question their projections. They have to take responsibility for how they interpret you. And many people don't like that because it removes their control. Let me give you an example. Someone accuses you of changing. Old version of you, no, I haven't changed. Let me explain. New version of you, I have. Silence. No defense, no justification, no panic. Just truth. And suddenly, the power dynamic shifts. Another one. Someone says, you're acting distant. Old version of you, I'm just busy and I didn't mean to and it's not personal. New version of you, I'm taking space. That's it. No explanation. That's not cruelty. That's clarity. Here's what people don't tell you. Over-explaining trains people to keep crossing your boundaries, because every time they push, you explain. Every time they accuse, you defend. Every time they misunderstand, you chase clarity. So they learn, I can access them whenever I want. But when you stop explaining, they feel it. And some won't like it. That's okay. Not everyone is meant to stay. Now, let's talk about the fear. What if I lose people? Let me ask you something back. Are you really losing people, or are you losing who they expected you to be? Because those are not the same thing. The moment you stop explaining yourself, something beautiful happens. You gain inner calm, emotional authority, clearer boundaries, deeper self-trust. You stop outsourcing your worth. You stop negotiating your truth. You stop shrinking to be understood. And ironically, the right people start understanding you without words. Let me say this gently but honestly. People who genuinely care about you don't need long explanations. They notice your energy. They feel your intentions. They respect your space. Everyone else? They were feeding on your effort. Now, here's the final shift. And this is what I promised you at the end. The reason everything changes when you stop explaining yourself is simple. You move from seeking permission to standing in authority. You stop saying, "Is this okay?" And you start saying, "This is who I am." That's magnetic. That's rare. That's powerful. That's the rare mind. So, from today, try this. Pause before you explain. Ask yourself, am I sharing or am I defending? If it's defense, stop. Let silence do the work. And remember this, you don't need to be understood by everyone. You only need to be aligned with yourself. If this video spoke to you, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video, subscribe to The Rare Mind if you want more deep psychological truths like this, and share this video with someone who keeps over-explaining their existence. And don't forget, drop your answer to the question in the comments so you can receive the gift I promised. Stay rare, protect your mind, and remember, the moment you stop explaining yourself, everything changes.